Exactly. Why are we nuts? Well, the whole town knows, so we're gonna stick together.
We're gonna talk about legacy and connections to begin with, because the boogeyman has infected each of your characters, some since 1978, others has kind of been a shadow, like your entire life. How did you bring that into the character to make that connection felt?
Go ahead.
Well, for me, when I was talking to David Gordon Green, our director, it was just, thinking of my character and how that would impact a child of that age being, terrorized by Michael Myers. And just thinking about what is her job right now? Does she have kids? Where has she been all these years in Haddonfield? So I just sort of took it from there and tried to, bring her to life all these years later.
For me, I just kind of went with the circumstances of the script. I mean, I didn't have this backstory, but what's interesting about Tommy as a kid is he's the one who mentions this notion of you can't kill the boogeyman. So he's been affected like the whole town. But what I think is interesting is everybody kind of rises up to go against him and to kind of fight him. And that whole sort of good versus evil theme is very prevalent in a lot of films, but this is a classic example of it. So it was great to meet and work with all these people. And a lot of them had a lot of history together too, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, Karen was running from this legacy her whole life. I think Jamie and I, when we got together to start rehearsing with Andy Matichuk and David Gordon Green for the first Halloween that we did, the reboot, we talked a lot about what Karen's past was like and what her childhood was like. And so we kind of came up with a great backstory, but it was all really about Karen, not getting along with her mom, not believing her mom, thinking her mom was crazy, and wanting to get out from under that story and that narrative. Until, of course, Karen realizes that her mom is not crazy and that he is out there and he is trying to kill her and everyone else. And man, I really had not a lot of time to have my tail between my legs and be like, okay, Mom, you were right. But yeah, I think, we all kind of take on the DNA of our ancestors. And so it's impossible to think that Karen wouldn't have had this be a major part of her existence.
Well, she definitely has the fierceness of Laurie Strode.
Well, she learns fast, doesn't she?
Indeed, she does. One thing I'm wondering, is it just the real estate market, which is why everybody isn't moving away from Haddonfield?
Why have these people not left town? Yeah.
Why not hear that myself?
At this point,
I
houses
wondered
are
that
pretty
myself,
cute.
too. I was like, why wouldn't they leave? If he comes back all the time, why don't they get out? But, I thought that myself, being born and raised in LA. Why don't I ever leave? It's their home.
Well, the weather here is so much nicer than Illinois, so that's probably why we stay here. But
and they bonded with these people from their experience of what they went through, and, that's why they all come back with a vengeance.
Yeah, it's about community and going up against the big bad.
It's also nice to be around people that know what you've been through, and maybe it's just better that way. I don't know. I can't imagine, but I can't imagine what they must have gone through, but I can't imagine wanting to be around people who I didn't have to explain myself to.
Right.
Exactly. Why are we nuts? Well,
the
whole town knows, so we're gonna stick together.